Welcome back to the Four Demons, or welcome to the Four Demons. My name is King, and welcome to the Transformers review. Today's review will be on a Grimlock Transformer. But before I get into that, please check out my good friend Fortnite Girly 13 on Twitch. Again, the name is Fortnite Girly. I know I said that wrong. Fortnite Girly 13. She's a Twitch streamer. She plays a lot of Fortnite and a few other games that you might want to check out. So, check her out on Twitch. So, without further ado, let's get into this Grimlock. First of all, this is my second time owning the figure. I don't mind the tail. I wish it would have had more movement up and down than that. I don't mind the big backside that makes it look like it has a caboose. I like the fact that the head can go somewhat up and down, even snap its own neck somehow. The fact that the jaw can just, be weird. Little tap arms are not bad at all. Oh, fighting for my life. All that good stuff. Anyway, yeah, I'm being goofy today. I don't care. The gun's nice. Works. Turns into like a sword when you lose the bullet, I guess. Cup your enemies. Oh, I guess there's clips like that. Huh. I thought it went in further into the gun, but my bad. Alright, so anyway, let's get into the transformation. First of all, you're going to come over here, untab that. Grab right here. And untap it right here from here. And pull this section apart if you can. Like so. Make sure it's a little better. Arms down. Go like that. Bring that down. And down. Fold his jaw out to form his feet. Wish there would have been a little bit more to that so he'd be more sturdy, but there isn't. So this is the top half. So you're going to want to rotate. Rotate. Yeah, there's a lot of rotating in this. I ain't gonna lie. This around like that. Close that there. Close that down. On one arm. Pull this thing onto the back. Tap in there. I personally like to bring up this plate. Then it has less to do with the leg movement. Bring this down. There you have a Grimlock. So, I'm not going to start with the justification that he's wobbly. I don't play with this guy at all. You just set myself, and this right here is not supposed to be that loose. I have not messed with it. I do not plan to. There's a red dot right here, which would have a symbol, but they don't. I don't think any of them ever have. Mine has a rub sticker, but mine don't work, so it must be a fake one or something. No, wait. I guess it does work after all. Huh. Why does it work now, not earlier? That's weird. And you can see there, rub sticker from G1 basically, and G2 I do believe they carried it over. Changes colors, really cool feature. Hard to catch on camera. Anyway. So, a pretty good head sculpt, I must admit. But all the Grimlocks have a pretty good sculpt. You can't really go wrong with their heads. But their tail whip weapon, that's another story. I mean, let's look at this. I can get the letter C out of this, but I can't get no one to whip with it. Yeah, no. It's just literally... weird whip gimmick for a tail. And then we have his gun over here, which, yeah. Let's see if I can get this guy an actual good pose. Doubtful, but I'm gonna try. Problem is, he has all this clink to him too. That does not help a lot of the categories of this stuff. I'm gonna lie. And his lower half does not want to hold the weight, but I guess that's as good as we're gonna get it. So again, not a bad figure, but I would have liked to have seen a lot more better. First of all, I would have liked to have seen these covered up. Third of all, I don't know if this is actual paint from the factory right here on him, or somebody tried to spice it up or something. I don't know. I got mine pre-used, clearly. I'm pretty sure someone did that, but I don't know. I don't like the feet. They could have had an extra tab that just folded out from the bottom here, if you look. Possibly. Just to give it even 5 more seconds of standability. So, not a bad figure, but I expected more from Grimlock figure, even at this small class, because he's pretty much the same size as my hand, literally. So, that doesn't say much. Here's a reference to a coffee cup for you. Yeah. So, with that being said, that's Grimlock. Let's take a look at his back. Not the most bulk, but not the most compact. Most people are like, what about the head? Well, it turns. It definitely turns, my dudes. It turns. But other than that, nothing. As you see, he's already trying to do the split from his own weight class. What a ballerina, this figure. So yeah. Again, I wish they would have done better. That's all I can really say. I really like the figure's alt mode of the dinosaur still. You can't beat a T-Rex, even with this color scheme. I like the color scheme in general. I think the gray could have been darkened, though. I think it would have given it a little bit more life to the figure. Which is why I think somebody did here. I don't think this right here and here is on the actual factory itself. I could be wrong, but I highly doubt it. As I said, I've owned one of these before, and I don't remember that being on my other figure. So, but yeah. That's today's video. If you like my content, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot.